Hello, fellow Star Wars fans. My name is Star Raptor. I'm so happy you could join me for a special episode of Star Wars Comic Talk. Here we go on the channel. It's a milestone week, everybody, because we have the final issue of Charles Soule's run of Star Wars ongoing in between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. We kicked things off in 2020. This is prior to the COVID. I know it sounds so far away before COVID, right? The world has changed so much. But yes, we're going to be diving into this double-sized issue of this comic plus issue number 3 of Inquisitors. We're going to get into all that. But first, make sure if you're new to the channel, say a while, subscribe, and that way you'll be up to speed on all of my latest Star Wars content on the channel. Getting into it, first thoughts initially, I was a bit disappointed. I was a bit bummed by this one, guys. I thought we were really going to get some cool answers here, like Luke Skywalker making his green lightsaber, hearing a little bit about that maneuver at the Battle of Tanab with Lando, maybe seeing, Leia sneaking into Jabba's palace and Lando and the skiff guard gear. We got zero. We got nothing of that. In fact, this story is basically could have been an annual in any other reason. I mean, feels like a story that was oddly placed as the final issue. So getting things started, the framing device of this issue is really cool, by the way. So seeing Luke talking to Ben Skywalker, Ben, he's mentioning they're at the Osha's temple, and Ben is going to be doing his trial soon. He's the first student of Luke, and Luke is giving all these really cool tidbits, and he's telling him this story, and that's where this story is all placed. It's all about Luke trying to find a way to take down Palpatine. So Luke is on this journey. He finds out through that weird place where he goes into this Red Sea that he's able to see things like he's seen Elzar Mann before. And now he's seeing Aslan Rel from the High Republic. If you know about the High Republic, this is the guy that doesn't have eyes. That is the key to solving the problem with the Nameless. Yes, that weird, creepy dude that was a fallen Jedi. Luke sees him, and this guy tells him, oh, you have to find this object where if you think of somebody, it will kill them, right? So automatically, we're going after this MacGuffin, and I already thought to myself, reading this is like, this is how we're going to end off this awesome run of Star Wars, is by this weird, strange, force magic-y stuff. And Soule has done this before in a very much more effective way than he's squeezed into these issues. But let me continue. So then we go on and we have to find where this object is. It's on this frozen planet. The rebels go in there with Leia and Lando and Chewie, and they find this object. Of course, they attract the Imperials. They're able to get this object thanks to Luke. And when they're on the Falcon trying to figure out what this odd device is, it is basically this thing called the Grim Rose. So if you think about a person you want dead, it will actually kill that person and anybody else that came into contact with that person. Of course, I think about Palpatine. Are they going to do it? Are they not going to do it? Is this, an ethics question of morality? Chewbacca ends up just getting this blood of Palpatine to put in there. How he got the blood in the first place was Lando going to Naboo, the birthplace of Senator Palpatine back in the day, and he's able to kind of smooth talk his way with this Imperial officer that ends up being an actual proponent to giving him that blood because she believes in the rebellion, even though she's part of the Empire. So it shows us like, oh yes, you don't have to be a soldier to support and keep the cause going for the Rebel Alliance. So I enjoyed that. It really brings Lando's cause into it. I like what was happening with Chewie, reacting. So they get this blood and they're able to put in this device. And then they realize, oh my gosh, has this gone too far? Luke tries to destroy this thing with the lightsaber because I think too many people are going to be dead. Luke is going into the Force using this object and sees like, oh my gosh, there's thousands of people that could die, bystanders that could be innocent. And well, then Luke goes back to this planet with the red stuff and he goes and says, I want to talk to that character again. And, well, Aslan Rel is basically saying, oh, I'm the dark side and all this kind of stuff. And you have to, once it starts, you can't end the process of this. And Luke says, what if I put it on a dead person? And that's what he does. And that is the whole story, everybody. That is the way we end Star Wars issue number 50. Now, I have mad respect for Charles Soule as a writer, but I feel like maybe it's time if he takes a break from Star Wars. What I mean by that is he's done really great jobs of like the Anakin and Obi-Wan miniseries. Especially his hallmark was the 2017 Vader run. The Poe Dameron run was really good. This series started off with a bang, going back to Bespin trying to find Luke Skywalker using a yellow lightsaber. I'm not saying this is a lost cause, but I have a lot more going for Darth Vader issue number 50 for next week because we know Luke is in that. Maybe we'll get more answers, because how do we go from Luke using a yellow lightsaber to him using a green lightsaber and having no inclination of why he just chose a green lightsaber all of a sudden? We know he has the green crystal. What is going on with the yellow blade? Come next week, this conversation, this discussion might be a little bit moot figuring that out. But so far, I just feel like this was a way out of left field story to be putting into the last issue when we really didn't get that much tied in. So not sure what happened there. Would have liked more from that. I would like to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. Getting into issue number 3 of the Inquisitor series. Now this one is called Nowhere to Run. It's written by Rodney Barnes with Roman Rosanes. And by the way, the Star Wars issue number 50 was called The Path of Hope, written by Charles Soule with Madabek Musapikov. I definitely want to get that in. But yes, Tensu Run is this elusive Jedi that has been causing havoc for the Empire shortly after Order 66. I'm thinking maybe a year or two or so. We have the Empire that, the Inquisitors, they've sent the Grand Inquisitor, they sent the Fifth Brother. Vader's getting annoyed. Now he's sending in the Ninth and the Seventh Sister, who think that they can work well together. Maybe having 2 of them will be enough match for Tensu Run. Now they meet in this sabacc parlor place, and looks like there's some dude from the Canto Bight Casino, and we see all heck break loose as these Inquisitors reveal themselves to actually be Inquisitors to get this information. They end up killing this guy, but they find out basically where he's going to be going, and they've gone underground. Tensu Run and his pupil have gone underground. They're thinking and contemplating about starting a Jedi Academy. And this is very interesting because they're going to be going underground. We're talking about the ethics and morality of how they have fallen so far. The Jedi training in these ivory towers, and now they're going to be training in the dirt underground as a rebellion, so to speak. So that is all going on well until the Inquisitors hatch this plan of, hey, we're going to put these innocent people in danger to lure out Tensu Run and his pupil. And that's exactly what they do. But the way they do it is very interesting. In fact, they actually use this biological plant type life on this planet to synthesize something that's going to make the people, the populace, go crazy into chaos, fighting each other, becoming berserk. So all of a sudden, you got just random civilians just beating the crap out of each other, causing confusion, causing chaos. And that is when Tensu Run has to intervene, and then that's when he gets spotted by the 7th and the 9th Sister. And believe it or not, the 7th and 9th Sister are pretty easily dispatched. Not killed, of course, but they are basically wounded by both of these Jedi to the point where Tensu Run's like, enough is enough. I challenge Darth Vader, and that's where we're going to end up in the fourth and final issue next month. But yeah, I definitely like seeing the cause of what is happening, seeing that discussion between Tensu Run and his pupil, and just seeing how brash and this guy is. What's his final identity going to be? Is he going to end up being a Inquisitor? Like, I would find it very interesting if he turns into an Inquisitor himself, because time and time again, we've seen Tensu Run kind of forego the tenets of the Jedi Order for just like revenge and vengeance, which is not the Jedi way. So I'm very curious to see how that unfolds in the 4th and final issue. Can't wait to see how that goes down next month. But that was it for the comics this week. What'd you think of them? Let me know in the comment section down below, especially for the Star Wars ongoing. Did you enjoy this 50-issue run in between Empire Return of the Jedi? Were you disappointed by the finale like I was? Let me know in the comment section down below. For more on Star Wars, you're already in the right place. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel for more on Star Wars comics and much, much more. That's going to do it for me, Star Raptor. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you always.
Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also include 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me, and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at StarRaptor.